Good morning. Today, I'm going to talk about how Asians and the Westerners think differently. In our global society, we have more and more opportunity to talk with foreigners who come from another country. And did you ever notice any difference between you and them? For me, by communicating with my foreigner friends, I figure out a lot of differences between me and them. So today, I will going to talk about 3 of these points that are the differences in education, social life, and ethic. Let's talk about the education first. When Asia children talk with their friend, they usually like to say like, "Oh, my mother said it's good for me," or "My father asked me to study a second language." But for the Western children, they like to say, "I like it," or "I don't like it," or "I want to study something." So why there is such a big difference between the Asian children and the Western children? The result said that the parents in Asia, they teach their children how they are a part of society, especially a member of the family. So Asian children, they focus on the family value. But in the other side, the parents in West, they teach their children that how to look good, or how to be a special one, or how to be a unique one. And there was a very interesting report I read in the magazine long ago, and that is when the Western child and the Asian child, they fell up and start to cry. What will their mother do? The result is that the Western mother, they just say, "Get up and don't cry. You are too careless." But the mother in Asian country, she will pick up and hug their children and just pretend to slap the floor and talk to the floor. Why you make my baby hurt? I think that is the reason. That is the reason that the children in the children in Western countries are more independent than the children in Asia countries. So look at the picture. You can see that the Westerners in West country, the kids is going to be independent and make his or her own living. But the Asian parents, they treat their children just like the center of the family. And let's move to the next part. The object and the context. A result show that when asked parents to describe a new object to their children, what will Asian parents and Western parents do? The result is that Western parents, they focus on talk about the nouns better rather than verbs, and the parents in Asia, they focus on the verbs rather than nouns. So let me give you an example. When as a parent to describe a toy car to their children, the parents in Western country, they will talk just like, "This is a car, and it's white, or it's black, it's small or it's big, it's very interesting." But what will the parents in Asian countries say? They will say like, "Okay, look at this car. Now I will give it to you. Okay, hold on it. Okay, now you should give it to me." So you can see that the parents in Asian countries, they use a lot of verbs like give, look at, or hold, or return. And the reason is the parents in Asia, they believe in relations and the context. So they learn a language, they teach the language before when they teach language, they teach the relationship first. So look at this picture. I will take a text. Look at this picture. Is a chicken, grouse, and cow. So just choose one that is not belong to the others. The result of this test is that almost all the Chinese children, they choose cow and grass as a group. The reason is cow is grass, so the point word is it is a verb. But for almost the Western American children, they choose chicken and cow as a group. The reason is chicken and cow are animals, so the point word here is animal, is a noun. And after talk about the differences in education, I will talk about another point. That is the differences in social life. My first point is self and the group. So look at these pictures. The Westerners, they are more individualism and they think of himself or herself. But Asia, they enjoy getting with families and friends, solving their problems and knowing each other's business. The Westerners, they value success and achievement because they treat it as their personal merit. But the Asian, they value success because it's in good part they are reflect where on the group they belong on. And let's see the next one, the leader-member relationship. So look at this picture. In the West, the boss is just a part of the team. They are equality. But in the Asia country, the boss is almost like the God. He controls all the people in the corporation. So that the reason is group control is very strong in Asia, but the Westerners, they are more likely to prefer equality and personal action. And let's talk about the communication style next. Westerners, they think very simple, so they just talk about what they want to talk, and they talk to the point, just like a line. But the Asians, they talk around the circle, especially if topic very sensitive. And let's go to the last part, the ethic. Look at this picture. Is the yin-yang series. As well as we know, is the traditional Chinese Taoist symbol. The black part means yin, and the white part means yang. And look at it, it also have a right circle in the black part, and also there are black circle in the white part. What does that mean? It means that yin and yang, they influence each other. So the Chinese people, the Asian people, they think that everything create each other, control each other, and influence each other. But the Aristotle, there are a lot of differences for Asians and Westerners when understanding explain the same things. The idea of causation, central of Western thinking, presented by Aristotle. He said that men do not think they know a thing till they find the cause. But however, there is no great need to research the cause for Chinese people or for Asian people. Okay, from now on, these are my 3 main points, and I hope it will be useful for you, because in our society, in our global society, we have more and more tools to talk with foreigners. So we are not only need to know that the different cultures we have. We also to know the reason, and we try to understand them and without bias. Thank you very much.